So in today's video, I want to catch you guys up on what's going on with all the cars. So the 3 Series, because there's some big stuff coming for this car. The 435, which as you guys know, or if you didn't know already, I do plan on selling it. I was planning on selling it in a few months, but I'm probably going to be selling it in only a few weeks now. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Eamon. On this channel, I have like 3 cars at this point, all of which I build, I modify, I make DIYs, we go to car shows, pretty much anything car related, especially BMW related. So I currently have a 2015 435, I have a 2017 330, and I also have a 2018 X3 M40. 2 of the cars are actually behind me right now. The X3 is somewhere over there, so it's still around. But in today's video, I want to give you guys like an update on what's going on with all the cars, and then just an update on the channel overall. So maybe we'll just start off with the F30, the 330 over here. Now obviously, as you guys can tell, this is just a base model. It's also just a 4-cylinder. The car is currently tuned on stage 1, and I do plan on taking it to stage 2. So if you guys watch the channel, you'll know that I did a catless downpipe on the 435, which was fine on that car, but on this car, I really don't want the issues that come with a catless downpipe. So I'm looking for a high flow catted downpipe, which is becoming a lot harder than I expected it to be. So if anybody can point me in the right direction, definitely feel free to, because currently I just can't find one. But other than that, like I said, guys, this is a base model. So obviously it has all the base model bumpers, which does not look the best. Now I did do a couple things to this car, like the grills, the mirror caps. I even did like a trunk spoiler. Nothing too crazy, but it does look good. However, guys, I do want to make this car look a lot better, because for a long time this will be my only car on the channel. Well, not really my only car, because I still will have the X3, but this will be like my main car on the channel. Whereas before, I would definitely say the 435 was the main car, the car that we did the most to, and the one that we made look the best. So since this car is going to be the main car for a long time, I definitely want to make it look a lot more interesting. Now a big part of that is getting the M Sport conversion. So I did go ahead and reach out to Keys Motorsports, and they were kind enough to help me get an M Sport conversion for this car. Now obviously once you get it, it does not come painted. So I actually went yesterday, I dropped off all the bumpers, all the side skirts to get painted so it matches the black sapphire metallic that's currently on the car. That should hopefully be done in like a week or so. So once I get it back, we'll definitely start installing all of that stuff on the car. So you can expect to see the M Sport conversion on this car, I would say within like the next few weeks. So that again is for like all the bumpers and stuff like that, but there's still more I want to do to this car besides just the bumpers. For example, I want to swap out the steering wheel for an M Sport steering wheel, which we'll definitely do. I'm also working with my friend from Inline 6 Auto to get like a carbon fiber interior trim for this car. So overall, the interior on this car is going to look way better as well. Then of course, guys, we will look into some wheels and suspension. I'm thinking just maybe lowering springs for this car, but we'll see. Maybe we'll go with coilovers. I'm not really sure about that yet. Right now, I just want to focus on the M Sport conversion and all that type of stuff. That way we can get some like lips, some diffusers, and really have some fun with this car. Now for everybody who likes this car, who has an F30, who relates to the 330, I can definitely tell you this car is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. It's going to be like my only car to drive for a long time. Like I keep on saying, the 435 we are selling even sooner than I originally planned and thought, but I will talk to you guys a little more about that later. But in terms of the X3, there's really not too much to update you guys on. I did notice not many people watch the X3 videos, so it's kind of hard for me to justify getting expensive mods for that car when no one even watches the video. I've pretty much done everything that I want to do to it, with the exception of a few things like carbon fiber trim and an M Sport steering wheel, both of which are like $1,000+. So I just don't really know if I can justify doing that. Whereas like on the 435 and the 330, I know people watch them and they relate to them. Just more people have these cars, I guess. Not many people have an X3 that they want to modify, which is unfortunate. I do love that SUV, but I can also say that one is definitely not going anywhere anytime soon. That one is my wife's SUV. I did talk to her about it. I asked her if she would like to get something else, something different, but she loves that SUV. She wants to hold on to it, so I'm definitely not going to be selling it. We'll definitely have it on the channel still. There's some things I still want to do to it, like Beamer code. And maybe I'll still end up getting like the carbon fiber trim, because I know that's something my wife really wants. But yeah, the point is the X3 not going anywhere, the 330 definitely not going anywhere. There's a lot more stuff that I have planned for this car and that's in the works for this car that I haven't mentioned yet, but I just want to give you guys an idea of what you can expect on the channel in the coming months. But with that said, I know I keep on talking about selling the 435, so let's just talk about that, because there's some good news and there is some bad news. I'm not going to tell you guys everything today. I do want to keep some things a surprise, especially the good things about this. All right, so now on to the 435. Literally my golden child, my favorite car, the car that I've owned the longest, the car that I started the YouTube channel with. And I mean, come on, just look at this car. Like, you know, I just love the way that this thing turned out. It came out so clean, so simplistic, but so tasteful. I absolutely love this car. I really don't want to sell it. I wish I could keep it forever, but it just doesn't really make sense to keep this car. I've explained it in other videos, but if you guys haven't seen those other videos or you're just new to the channel, there are many reasons why I'm selling the 435. One of which is because I'm going to be replacing the 435 with something else, preferably maybe an M car. This is sort of like our weekend fun car, if you want to call it that. So it only makes sense to get rid of a weekend car for another weekend car. I'm not going to get rid of my daily for a weekend car. Just doesn't make sense. There's also other reasons for me getting rid of it, like the fact that I've done everything that I wanted to do. Also, I've owned this car for 4 years. Like I said, guys, the longest that I've owned any of my other cars. Like the F30, I think I've only owned for like 5 months now, and I've only scratched the surface on what I want to do to it. And then the X3, similar thing. I think I've owned that car for like maybe 10 months. So neither of those cars I've owned for as nearly as long as I've owned the 435. So it only makes sense to get rid of this car. So my plan for a while was to sell this car, but I was originally thinking I'm going to sell it in a few months, like maybe September or October time frame. But I do have a buyer already lined up for the car, guys. The bad news is they want it sooner than I was planning to sell it, which is totally okay, guys. There's still more good news when it comes to the buyer or the person who's going to be buying this car. I will keep that a surprise, and I will talk about that in depth in another video. But trust me, guys, it is good news. But I just wanted to let you guys know that there is a buyer waiting for the car, because I know a lot of you guys have messaged me about the 435. I really do appreciate everyone's interest in the car. It means the world to me that so many people love this car just as much as I do, and appreciate what I've done to it and the way that it looks and performs now. And normally speaking, before like listing this on Facebook Marketplace, I would definitely open it up to all the subscribers and all the people who follow this build, so you guys can have an opportunity to purchase this car first. However, the person who's buying it, well, you guys will see, and it'll all make sense when I talk about it. But just know that it is all done for a reason, and it is a good thing. So while this car is gone and I'm working on its replacement, we're going to be focusing on the F30. So we'll still have a lot of fun, exciting content for the channel. So although I'm going to have to get rid of the 435 much sooner than I thought, we'll at least have the F30 to fill that empty space in my heart, so I can keep modifying and keep on making videos, which I love. And like I said, we're going to be working on the replacement for the 435. So with that said, guys, I am still working on it. I do want to go for something a little more intense, so not like a 340 or even like a 440. I want to go maybe like M car, maybe Supra. It could be older, it could be brand new. So if you guys have any recommendations or anything you would like to see on the channel, definitely let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the update for all the cars. So now, just generally speaking, guys, I want to update you really quickly on the channel, because although we have a lot going on with the cars, there are some other things that I'm working on. So I'm super happy and super grateful for all the progress we've made on this channel, all the growth that we've experienced in the last few months. I appreciate all you guys for watching, for supporting, for liking the videos, for commenting, for giving positive feedback, and even for the people who give constructive feedback. So overall, we're trying to improve, we're trying to make the channel better, we're trying to get some more interesting cars on the channel, we're trying to do some bigger mods to the cars. I'm trying to go to more car shows. I did notice that you guys liked the Keys Auto Show video. That was one of my favorite videos to edit, by the way. I did buy my ticket to Impact, which would be super exciting, and you guys already know I'm definitely going to drop a video about that. So in terms of the channel, you guys know what's going on with the cars. I'm also going to try to implement some more like car meet and car show videos, because I just think those ones are fun. So you guys can kind of expect more of the same, of course, with the F30, with the X3, and whatever car replaces the 435. We can also expect to see like more car meets and car shows. I'll always try to edit them and make them more interesting and compact and fast paced. I think those are the funnest to watch. Otherwise, guys, in terms of the channel, I am working on a merch line. So if you guys are interested in that, and if you guys want to support the channel, that'll definitely be a great way to do so. To be completely transparent with you guys, that'll just help me support the channel financially, because these mods, they do get expensive, and building these cars definitely gets expensive. I think just adding some additional sources of revenue to the channel will help me out and hopefully bring more interesting content for you guys. I did go ahead and invest in like a new camera, some new camera gear, some better editing software, and all that type of stuff. Just trying to push out the best quality content as I possibly can. But honestly, guys, you don't even have to buy a shirt or buy a hat or anything like that to support me. If you guys watch my videos, even if you got this far into this video, I already appreciate you so much. But if you guys do want to go that one step further, just keep an eye out for those t-shirts and hats and all that type of stuff. But anyways, with that said, this video is pretty much done, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.